Hey, welcome back, guys, for another artist spotlight. Today, we will be talking to R&B singer Brandon Lewis. He hails from Memphis, Tennessee. So we're gonna wait for him to come on in. But in the meantime, welcome back. If you're new here, there's a whole playlist of these guys, so make sure you check them out here on Instagram, IGTV, as well as my YouTube channel. And of course, if you're watching this live, then you could get a badge. So go ahead and give it a try. Hey, Cece. Here it comes Brandon now. There he is.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing all right. Thank you for having me today.
No, it's my pleasure. Look at you in the studio, looking all official and legit. I love it.
It's an all the time thing.
I know that's right. So quickly tell people a little bit about yourself, like introduce yourself, and then we'll get into the interview.
Awesome. Okay. Brandon Lewis. I'm a recording artist, singer, songwriter, straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, for sure. Signed to Mom Records. It's a label here in the city of Memphis as well, and we have satellite companies, across America. And so I'm excited to have a partnership here in my city. And so that brings me to you today.
Yes, yes. Again, it is a pleasure to connect with you. You are the third now artist that I've interviewed from Memphis in like the last month. So you guys are killing it right now. I love it. Memphis is known for such a rich culture, a rich history in music. You've got bluegrass, you've got gospel. So talk to me a little bit about your musical influences. Where do you draw inspiration?
Oh, perfect. Soul music. So we got Al Green. We home of Stax Records.
Yeah.
So anything about those Royal Records. Anything that came out of those places. I mean, even people like Bruno Mars has such respect for places in the city of Memphis like Royal Records, things of that nature. So just the Stax era, the whole soul music era, really played a major part into how I create what I do today.
Yeah. So I like putting my artists on the spot, and you said some Al Green. I was wondering if I could get a little Al Green. Let me see what you're working with.
Love and happiness.
Hey.
Sometimes to make you wanna do right, make you wanna do wrong.
Okay. Just so we knew it wasn't a fluke. All right, he got pipes, he got
Oh,
vocals.
oh no, no fluke, no fluke.
So talk to me about your songwriting process, because you said, have you done any songwriting for other artists, or how did you get into songwriting?
Well, I started writing for myself at first, of
Okay.
course, just trying to become a better artist, a better writer. But I also, this will play a major part, and we can talk about it more a little bit later, but I really am involved in my music community here in the city of Memphis, like very highly involved. I'd spend like literally half of my day working with the talents in the city. And then, if I'm not doing that with them, I'm doing my thing. And so I'm totally consumed by that. So I've helped tons of artists in the city write their records, progress their careers as artists, singer-songwriters. But I definitely started writing for myself first.
Okay. Now, I guess the better question, and shout out to South Star Music Group. I see you brought a badge. Thank you. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Were you a singer who learned to write and produce, or are you an instrumentalist? Like, which came first?
Okay, well, I would say I would naturally be a singer that learned the art of songwriting.
Okay.
And I've been able to learn that from a very special person. It has a very special, place in my heart, Mr. David Porter, which is a living legend. Uh,
Yes.
that has been one of my mentors for at least the past 5 years now. And so just learning, he's a Hall of Fame songwriter, number 75 on the Rolling Stone list of songwriters of all time. So just the blessing and to be grateful enough to get the wisdom from people like that and really shaped my craft as a writer. So definitely was a singer naturally first. And then I wanted to go into making sure that I could sustain in the business. And so I
Yeah.
really wanted to learn how to write songs.
Nice. So, how would you describe your sound? If you could, yeah, how would you describe your sound?
Okay, well, I think I want to take listeners on a journey with me. So I think it's young and relevant, but it's also got a grown and sexy flavor that we'll pull out from song to song. And so I think you could see that from like the first single I did this year, like something with Natural High, to where we are now with something like On 10 being my last single, where it's a little bit more on the grown and sexy side. But I think it's still young and relevant. So everybody could listen to it and appreciate it, hopefully.
Okay, okay. So you told us a little bit about On 10. That's your current single, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the inspiration behind that song?
Well, we wanted to have a good time. I like to have a good time. And so when I wrote this record, I said to myself, how could we, put this record out in the times of so much crazy stuff going on, but the energy is very high.
Yeah.
The video was done, and so we kept a lot of energy inside of the video as well. So I'm one to try to transfer that energy. So I said, hey, look, what if I put this record out in these times like this, and we just have people turning up in the quarantine vibes? And so they still that energy, still get those types of songs from me. But I know that where we are, people can't get out or feel comfortable getting out, like we talk about in the song.
Yes. Okay. So you have another song that you're preparing to release called Same Energy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What is it going to be the same sort of turn up vibes, or what can we expect from this one?
So I tell you, this is definitely a dance record.
Okay.
Heavily dance record. So we talk about going to the club, to, getting back to the spot. And the imagery inside of that is definitely something I think people are going to appreciate. I definitely feel like if they listening to On 10 and then going into this next record, they're gonna have a good time for sure.
Okay. I see you now. What else do I want to know? What is your favorite food?
What is my favorite food? That's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, I'm on the go so much that I honestly...
You don't eat?
I eat, but I've gotten to the point where I eat to like eat and not eat to like, kind of enjoy it right now. I wish I could. I wish
that's focused.
Different. Yeah, but of course not. When I was growing up, my grandmother like would cook, a lot. And so pretty much anything she would cook, that would be my favorite food, So I don't have that. And so right now, I don't know. I can't claim anybody's just anything. I want to claim them.
All right. That's fair enough. He said the bar is too high.
That's it.
Shout out South Star Music Group asks, what is your hair routine?
Oh, perfect. Hey, that's a great question. So I wash probably every couple of days. And especially if, you had people touch your hair and stuff like that. I'm not big on that, but artists, I'm not one to like, make anybody feel any type of way. So sometimes it happens. And so every couple of days I make sure that I wash now, especially with all the stuff going on, make sure that all my hair clean. And then there's something called Cantu. I don't know if anybody's familiar. I use Cantu Daily Moisturizer in my hair. And it keeps the curls where it's supposed to be, keeps me looking decent and nice and groomed.
All right, Cantu, go ahead and cut him the check, okay? He just put us on game to this flat mohawk. I love it. It's so rock star.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't you describe your like fashion style? Because right now you're giving me like Prince energy for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm picking that up.
I've gotten that once or twice before. Let me see my fashion influences. I don't know. I guess growing up, seeing certain individuals, I grew up around people that were like, pretty heavy in the city, doing different types of things, and their style, just how they come off, it always popped. People always felt their energy, felt their presence in the building. And so like you'll see on my videos, you'll see sometimes with me being out, that I like to wear some things that kind of stand out sometimes. One of my primary things is all black though. I love to wear black. I love what it represents. And I love just how many ways I could fix it up and make it work for me. And so I've gotten creative with that, but we definitely like to step out from time to time.
I could tell. I was like, I'm picking up fashion sense. Like you're giving us looks. What does black represent to you? I'm really trying to like get to know you.
That's good. Well, for me, I don't know if you've heard, and I'll relate it to the music just to stay on topic for the fans and the listeners. I released a record this year called Black Man that is for my city. They pronounced it to be a civil rights anthem of our city for today's times. And so that is so major. That's probably the biggest record that I did this year was for the times that we live in. So just being black, And being a black man, what black represents for me is, I know, empowerment. I feel like, when people see it, it's all colors, but it stands out because it's what it is and it's solid. And
Yeah.
that's what I feel black is. So when you get that, you get an energy from me, and I stand amongst whatever I wear. So I like to wear a lot of black. So you're not necessarily so caught up in the stuff that I look like, but you listening to what I'm saying.
I like that. Focus, focus. Kind of like how her explained why she came out with the sunglasses. Like, I'm not here for you to look at what I look like. I want you to listen to me sing. So that's real. I like that.
So true, very much so. That's so true, especially just being aware of where I am as an artist right now, wanting to break into such a big industry. Just making people more aware of the messages that I have in the songs and the music. That's what I want people to gravitate towards.
Okay. Who do you see yourself, or who would you like to work with in the future? Do you have like a little hit list of people?
Yeah, for sure. I guess on the woman's side, Ari Lennox. Uh,
Yes. That's my
and what she
DC says.
know for sure about, when we talk about soul music, she connects for the times that we live in, from a soulful space. And so I love it. I appreciate it. So Ari, if you're listening, hey, look, one day we get to feature in. Who else? Producer wise, probably Pharrell. Uh,
Yes. I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Really? So I've watched Pharrell growing up. I've seen him, transition from NERD to where he is now, and it's just been an amazing journey. Even him as an artist, just being able to see him be so multifaceted,
Yeah.
Gives hope and faith to young artists like myself as well. Just be able to see that. And
Yes.
so yeah, so those right now, just off the top of my head, those two people for sure.
That was a solid list. Solid list. Um,
I do a lot of singing. I say this though, I do it because I do so much singing. All of my records. I guess a male rapper. Let's say that too. Let me put that one
okay.
in there. I know hip hop is like #1 genre right now. So somebody like Kendrick,
Okay.
uh, somebody like Kendrick, but also maybe somebody a little bit to left field like Travis.
Oh,
Uh,
wow. Okay.
because it's experimental with somebody like Travis. I get that type of energy from him. It's experimental, but I feel like it would be progressive experimental. It may
Nice.
be it elevate some of the thought process I have about how I right now.
Someone said Chance. Chance the rapper.
Chance would be dope. Chance would be
Yeah.
super. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I keep that one in there for me.
What are three things your fans would be surprised to know about you? So hidden talents or
Okay, I don't tell people I play the piano, but I can play the piano.
okay.
Uh, it's to the point where when people see me do it, they ask me, did I push like the little button on the side, to play the song?
Because they're so
But
shocked.
right, I'm actually playing that. A lot of people do not know how connected for community engagement I am because it's like philanthropy works. I don't talk a lot about it until I guess I get a platform or opportunity. So it's not something that is for me to brag about. It's something for me to be more active with. And so a lot of people don't see that. Like if you look at my social media, you wouldn't know that I work with talents most of my day, just helping develop other people's careers. So that's something that is like #1. And I'm kind of introverted, so people may not know that. They see all of the fun stuff, you get the fun stuff because I want to give my fans and supporters that. But behind the scenes, I'm actually a pretty chill person.
Okay. That was good. That was good. Brandon, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Is there anything else you want to say? Maybe something that's coming up you're about to drop?
For sure. Well, I would just say make sure you follow me. Again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And we have the same energy coming up next. So be on the lookout for our next single. And we have songs coming out for the rest of the year. So please be on the lookout for everything we have. And also, thank you, CC. I appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
C.
Yeah.
Make sure you
So,
tap in, follow him, Brandon Lewis Music, right here on Instagram. Follow, follow, follow. Run It Up on 10 is out now. Go stream it, go stream it. And until next time, guys, it's your girl Bobby Pin with these artist spotlights. They just coming at you. So go ahead, check out the playlist here on IGTV or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, later.
thank you.
Bye.